Okay, I want to give time for you to do closing statements, and we are just about out of our time and not keep everybody here so late. So just before we end, I want to say thank you once again, and thank you for inviting the League of Women Voters. The League of Women Voters is a 93-year-old political organization that is entirely nonpartisan. We neither endorse or oppose any candidates. So we'd like to get out and do this education. If you'd like to join the League, our membership is open to all citizens of the United States. Please grab one of us who's here volunteering. So if we'll go 4 minutes for closing statements, and once again, I thank you both. Start with that.
Me?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate the effort, appreciate you coming out, appreciate you moderating these events, and I appreciate the opportunity to sit in and listen a little bit to what was said in the council races. The reality is there are a lot of bad facts out there. The representation has been that my record says that we're doing a lot of things that were done in 2008, 2006, 2005, 2010. That's not what we're doing. The reality is, you need to know this next year and the next 4 years will make a major difference. Dr. Alvord just indicated that we're on level ground. I'll guarantee you, right now we're not. I've spent the time. I put in the hours. I understand the issues. I volunteered for extra boards. I've represented the city. I've been involved. I meet throughout the legislature. We're not on level ground. Now, I'm not saying that he can't catch up. Certainly he can. But we're not on level ground. You deserve the opportunities that will be afforded to this city in the next 4 years. By having an individual that already knows, that's already connected, that has received the opportunity to be vested on boards that we have never yet been represented in. That means a big deal. For example, next year, we'll have the opportunity to be the president of the Conference of Mayors. Hasn't been done before in South Shore. Next year, we'll have the opportunity to be the only board member that has served on the League of Cities and Towns. That's what we're going to have. We also have representation on the WFRC, the Wasatch Front Regional Council, EDC Utah, Economic Cooperation Development Corporation of Utah. We could go through them all. The reality is we'll forfeit many of those. If in fact, this is not a successful campaign, but I believe it's going to be very successful. We've got the opportunities today to make South Jordan even better. We're growing right now at an unprecedented rate. That growth is appropriate. It reflects our values. They're mostly single-family homes. That's the truth. Not bad facts. That's the truth. In addition to that, we also have economic development that's the envy of everyone around us. That doesn't just happen. That requires effort. As a businessman that's directly involved in that development community, I'm familiar with that. And I can help build and develop those opportunities. Additionally, I respect you. We have made a wonderful city. I've lived here for 32, almost 33 years. I moved in on the little lot. I only have an acre and an eighth. And that was the little lot in South Jordan when I moved in. I recognize the values. I'm committed to them. And I will serve you very well. Thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to your vote. Thank you.
Thank you for coming tonight. A little longer than you expected, but it's been a wonderful evening. I've enjoyed looking into your faces. This is going to be the end of a long process. My wife and I have been running for mayor for 6 months, and it's been a privilege. As a challenger, I've made it my decision to knock on a lot of doors. And in fact, I've knocked on doors almost every single night. And it's been a real privilege to get to know the character in the neighborhood, the different neighborhoods of the city. I've come to love this city much more than I did before. And we live in a wonderful place. In fact, it's going to be wonderful regardless of who's elected on Tuesday. But I wanted to answer the mayor who said that we are not on level ground. There's a famous document that says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." Mayor Osborne, we are on level ground. We are both citizens, we're both applying for a job, we both want to serve our city, but we are indeed on level ground. And I would hope that you would not continue in the arrogance. It doesn't become you. Show a little more humility no matter who is elected. I want to also let you know that I will show each of you respect. As you come to the city council meetings, a lot of the times people come with complaints. I think we need to delegate a member of the city council to actually look at that complaint and to have a call to action on that complaint. It may not be the entire council, it might be the council member who lives in the area that has the complaint made. But we need to be responsive to the citizens. We need to not be above you, we need to be among you. And that's been something that I've been able to enjoy as I ran for office. My wife and I discussed why we ever got ourselves into this. We were people that belonged to the silent majority. The silent majority is like many of you. You want what's right for the city, you want what's best, but you don't feel like you have a voice. And that's how we felt. And as we attended some of the meetings, we felt like we weren't listened to, that we didn't have a voice. We decided to exit the crowd of the silent majority and to actually let our voices be heard and to try to make a difference. Some of the things that I've run for have had to be clarified as I've learned more, but I am so confident in my ability to lead because of the wonderful city staff that we have. I know that there's people that are waiting to help with some of these decisions and to guide us. I also am confident that we have a bright and informed city council. That council is really the center of power. The mayor needs to understand, and if I'm elected as mayor, that the power rests with the council. And that our job is to make sure the best arguments for an initiative and against an initiative are well represented, and then to allow the council to make that decision. I'd like to end today just to ask for your vote, and if you're so inclined to tell your friends and neighbors to vote for me as well. I will put my full effort into it. There is some rumors circulating that I don't have the time. Those are false. I am prepared to make the time. My sweetheart is prepared to give me the time I need away from the children, and we're ready to sacrifice as a family. And so I would appreciate your vote, and I would appreciate you giving respect to whoever wins tonight. It's a thankless job. In some ways, the loser on Tuesday is going to envy the winner. The winner's going to envy the loser because there's a lot of problems that the mayor has to deal with. But I appreciate it, and I appreciate your vote, and I hope you have a good evening, and thanks for attending.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for your willingness to serve. Let's give these gentlemen a well-deserved